And we are back with Week 7's WalterPicks Daily Picks. Now, if you don't know how this works, make sure to check out the other videos. We take 3 player props and 2 game picks every single Sunday, and we cash. In Week 5, we literally went 4 for 5. Week 6, had to take the week off. Week 7, we're coming back for vengeance. Let's go. Our first pick is actually a Monday night game. Now, there's 2 Monday night games, so be careful where you place this. I'm going Zay Flowers over 59.5 receiving yards. Now, the WalterPicks app is giving us a 19% edge, and they are projecting 83.5 yards from Zay Flowers. Now, if you're wondering, what do you mean the WalterPicks app? Well, the WalterPicks app is an AI-based app that not only helps you in fantasy football, but also picks out the best sports picks for that day. As you can see, they have a start or sit button, a trade analyzer, a place where you can league sync your ESPN, Yahoo, and Sleeper leagues, and then they have a player props filter and a game betting filter. Yeah, it's pretty much insane, and when you sign up today, use code CAM for a 7-day free trial. But back to this game. The Ravens face the Bucks, and the Bucks secondary is just banged up. And not only that, but the Bucks seem to find themselves in high-scoring affairs every single week. I mean, last week we saw Spencer Rattler and company come in and put up, 30 points? This is going to be a high-scoring game. Zay Flowers is going to be force-fed the ball through the air. In his last 2 games, he had 111 and 118 receiving yards. Take the over. My second pick is CJ Stroud over 248 passing yards against the Green Bay Packers. Now, CJ Stroud has hit this in the last 2 out of the 3 games he's played this season, and WalterPicks is giving us a 15% edge. Again, I think CJ Stroud could hit this number in his sleep. Like, you take away his number 1 receiver and he still puts up video game numbers. Also, the Packers have allowed 4 quarterbacks to surpass 248 passing yards this season, and the WalterPicks app is projecting CJ Stroud to throw for 300 yards. This is mainly because of his matchup. He goes against the Packers, who also have an elite offense. I think this game could be 30-30, maybe even 40-40. It's going to be an absolute shootout. And yes, Houston does have a great run game, but they heavily rely on the pass game. Give me CJ Stroud over. My last player prop is Chuba Hubbard over 69.5 rushing yards. Do not be worried about Jonathan Brooks. There's a chance A, he doesn't even play at all this game, and B, there's a better chance he plays 10-20% of the snaps. I'm not worried at all. But let's break down the numbers why this is my pick of the week. He is 4 for 4 in his last 4 games hitting this number, and the WalterPicks app is giving us a 13% edge. Again, we love to see the value. But the WalterPicks app is projecting him 84 rushing yards, 15 rushing yards over his value. He plays against the Washington Commanders, and their defense is literally like Swiss cheese. Anything can run through it. Although the Panthers have been throwing the ball well through the air, Chuba has been an absolute workhorse. In his last 5 games, he's averaged 5 yards per carry. That's literally insane. Like, coming to the season, if you told me Chuba Hubbard would be averaging 5 yards per carry through the first 5 games, I'd be shocked, which I am right now. Washington has let 3 running backs this season absolutely destroy this number, going for 100+ yards those weeks. This is nothing that Chuba Hubbard can't do in his sleep. Take the over. All right, the player props are over. Let's go into the game lines. These are 2 completely different game picks, but let me break down why you should be taking these picks. The first up is Sunday morning in London. Give me the New England Patriots to cover 5.5. Now, last week, Drake May was the first rookie quarterback ever to throw for 3 touchdowns and lead their team in rushing. And you're telling me they actually might get Ramondre Stevenson back this week? And if you can see on the WalterPicks app, it breaks down the defense between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New England Patriots. And the Patriots basically are leading them in every single category. This Jaguars team is just terrible. Now, I understand the Patriots team is too, but at least there's some bright spots on this New England Patriots team. They're all dark spots on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Also, the Jags' leading rusher, Travis Etienne, is not going to be playing this week with a hamstring injury. I believe this game is going to be a battle of the defenses, and who has a better defense? The New England Patriots. The score of this game, in my opinion, is going to be 18-15. The Jacksonville Jaguars will come on top, but the Pats will cover the 5.5 points. My next pick is the LA Rams to cover 6.5 points against the Raiders this week. Now, we all know the Raiders are one of the most dysfunctional franchises in the NFL today. And you're telling me they just got rid of Devontae Adams? Jacoby Myers is also dealing with a hamstring injury, so this offense is literally just going to be coming from Brock Bowers, and there's 0% chance that Brock Bowers and Aiden O'Connell will be able to cover the 6.5 points. Matt Stafford is also getting his number 1 guy, Cooper Kupp, back this week. And the Rams defense has actually been somewhat promising the last couple of weeks with Jared Verse coming out. As you can tell, the LA Rams offense has been amazing compared to the Raiders. With Kyren Williams, Matt Stafford, and Cooper Kupp all playing this week, I don't see how the Raiders can even cover a 20-point spread. The WalterPicks app is also giving us a 4% edge, and the LA Rams are at home. I love home teams when they're favored big, so I'm taking the Rams. And if you want to see next week's picks right when they come out, hit the follow button for more.